Hey everyone, this is Flammy. Welcome back. We're here with Derp, my high level base, and it has been a long time. I will talk about that later, but first off, I wanted to talk about upgrading walls and what to do when you're inactive. So I sort of fall into this sort of strategy, I guess you would call it almost, of when I've been inactive over the last about month and a half. What's the most efficient thing I can do by my not playing? I still care about the game. I still plan on coming back to the game. But I just can't put in the time during the last month and a half to be actively online every 12 hours or even raiding, which is even more time than that. So how should I best spend my time? So I realized pretty quickly that the best use of my resources, which are gaining in my gold mines and elixir collectors, was to spend them. So when you go inactive, especially at the higher town hall levels, you very simply just won't be able to collect enough resources to spend it on big upgrades. So I think my cheapest upgrade right now is about this one right here. For 2.5 million, upgrading the Archer Tower to level 10. So yeah, when that's your cheapest upgrade, that's a lot of resources. You can see some of my other ones. So this one's 2 million, maybe that's a bit less. My Archer Queen is over 200,000 or over 20,000. My Barbarian King's also over 20,000. Basically, to get up to those levels is pretty hard. And now that I think about it, I probably should promote this Dark Elixir storage to a better defensive position. We talk about that at the end of the video too, or maybe in a different video. We shall see. But basically the strategy I developed was I'm going to spend all the gold I can possibly get from just my mines as soon as I get it. And the only way to reasonably do that is to spend it on walls. So I have been upgrading all these walls. I upgraded all these walls to level 6. They didn't even exist before I started doing this. I upgraded all the remaining walls in my base to level 6, and then some of them to level 7. Lately, as I've been finishing this, I've been going, first of all, to do level 7 walls. So let's go do one of those. Let's go find a level 7 wall that could use being upgraded. How about that one right there? Okay, so 200,000 goes down the bank right there, and that leaves us with 170,000. So normally, if I couldn't play right now, I would just go and spend as much as I could on these other walls. They cost 75,000 each. It burns through it rather quickly. We'd be able to spend 140,000 on 2 of them, and then we'd be able to spend the remaining 30,000 on these last ones down here, upgrade them as much as possible. However, I do have some time to raid right now, so I'm going to go take this army, and we're going to go on the offensive. Now, my army is a little screwed up. Why is that? Well, I've got wizards, I've got dragons, and I've got witches, which are all not normal parts of my army. Why do I have them? Well, when I'm being inactive, one thing I do is when I do pop on every day or so, if I can do that, is I try to donate as many troops to clanmates as possible, so at least I'm still being a good clan member. And so I donate the most expensive things. So I've got elixir anyways, so I donate dragons, level 3, I donate wizards, level 5, and I've been donating witches, not upgraded at all, because that costs a lot of dark elixir and have not gotten around to doing that. And I'm not sure I ever will, honestly. Witches are alright. Actually, witches are really powerful, but I don't really like them because they're sort of a non-strategy unit. But that's a topic for a different video. But like I said, we got some dragons, we got some wizards, we got some witches to use in this video. So let's go see what sort of bases we can find down here at 1338 trophies. We will be breaking my 8-hour shield, and I expect to find a relatively high number of low-level bases, so the loot probably won't be that great. This one, for example, I'm a Town Hall 9, this is a Town Hall 7, so I take a rather hefty loot penalty, a 50% loot penalty against that guy. If I wasn't taking that loot penalty, he would have had over 100,000 of both resources to steal. Same with this guy, he would have had 50,000 of each, which is not very good. Yeah, I would not attack that one. Town Hall 8, so we're just going to skip through here looking for loot. I'm hoping for someone above about 100,000, potentially this one. How about it? It's got a good dark elixir, but we'd have to break all the way into the center to get it. Air defenses, we've got to look at the air defenses because we do have dragons, of course. So this one air defense is down. We've got one up here, one right here, and one right here. So I could come in from the bottom left or bottom right, or bottom right is one, either down here or down here, to sort of take these out first. Crossbow is loaded. You can see a bit of a purple in the back of it. Let's attack this guy. I'm not sure I shall be able to completely do this, but you know what? It's worth it. So there's no defenses down here on the bottom, so okay, just taking it back. Who am I kidding? Let me check if there's one over here first. Okay, there's not. So we're going to take this guy out, and we're going to bust through the walls down here. And we're going to just sort of start deploying all of our guys down here. So it'll be pretty handy to, oh, I want them to go towards the center. Destroy this wall over here. And now we can go towards the center. Oh, there's an open in there. I didn't see that. So we are going to be going right in towards the center. Don't need to bust on those walls because they don't even exist. Get the Archer Queen and Barbarian King down. Hope they go to the center. I'm not going to use those guys. I'm going to use the rest of my goblins in a second here. We're going to see how far these guys can get in here. I might use a spell if I need to, but I generally try to avoid it if I can get away with it. Goblins, good. Going in towards the center. I want them to do that because they should go in towards the Dark Elixir, which is sort of the main purpose. The Gold and Elixir, certainly nothing to complain about, but it's not a ton of resources at the same time. So I'm looking for these goblins right here. Looks like they're going to be able to get through. There's only one cannon, one mortar firing on them. Yeah, they bust through right there. Mortar has slow enough fire rate that, yeah, exactly. They got the Dark Elixir. I'm glad I did not drop a heal spell or rage spell on that. I was thinking about it. We'll just watch the rest of my units sort of shoot around, get stuff. Which is still alive over here, doing pretty good. And it looks like one's about to go down to a mortar, but they were doing pretty good. I sort of expected them to go down a little earlier. A lot of the wit strategy has been relying on having more of them, but I think they're sort of a unit which, while expensive and slow to train, so they're not great for like a very regular army, they're not bad to have one at a time. Just like as they finish, just include one if you're constantly raiding, or if you're building an army overnight, of course you can include one or two very easily. And that looks like it's about as far as we're going to get. We got all the gold. We only missed out on 600 gold, so that's all there was in these two guys over here. And we missed out on one elixir storage, so can't complain about that really. We got the majority of everything though. Got all 800 dark elixirs, so let's check out that loot count. 804 dark elixir, 98,000 gold, not bad. Between the gold and the dark elixir, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go and see if we can spend this resources, and I'll talk about some of my other stuff back home. So one thing I didn't want to talk about is you might notice I have a gold storage out here, another gold storage out here. Do I have a third gold storage? I feel like I do around here. Yeah, it's out here on the right. And then I have my lowest level one right here. Why are my gold storages all outside my walls? Well, if you think back to what I said before about spending your gold as soon as you get it, well, if you're successful in doing that, it means you're never ever going to have any gold in your storages. So let's prove that to be true by coming in here and spending some more gold. So I managed to get up above 200,000, so I can go spend another 200,000 chunk on another level 7 wall. Drops us down to 66,000. As I'm not planning on raiding again right now, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade walls. Now I can't do this one, 75,000. How much can we upgrade this? I should be able to spend almost all of this just upgrading these. So there's most of it right there. And 20,000 more, so it looks like I'm going to have about 5,000 left over. And that is indeed true. And because I got some time right now, I'll go ahead and buy some traps. Let's do, oh, of course, a pumpkin bomb. We are now on Halloween, so why not do pumpkin bombs? I want to protect, using these, I want to protect my my resource collectors, because that's going to be the most valuable. Also, I want to protect my storages, especially my dark elixir storage, but it's already buried in the center, so I'm not as worried about that one. I do have a couple more changes I'm going to make to my base soon, but we shall be placing these bombs down first. Alright, that's looking pretty good for that side. Just so whenever I've got several of them together, I want to maybe put down a bomb or two. It will really help out the mortars if they hit some guys which are already weak, or if they hit multiple bombs, you can always kill them, potentially. And I'm talking about mainly goblins or barbarian hordes. I can't really protect them, so I don't really try that hard. I'm not going to stress over it if I don't completely succeed. Alright, where does that leave us today? So yes, I do want to rearrange a little bit. I'm going to take this crossbow, make sure it's loaded. It is. I'm going to swap with this dark elixir. I'm putting this dark elixir because it's now getting up to 19,000. That's getting pretty close to me spending it, so I want to be able to keep that protected. And keeping it protected, that means having it within range of this crossbow, which is more so when it's right here. Having it in range of this wizard, which it now is. Still in range of this wizard. In range of this crossbow, of course, and in range of all three mortars. So as you can see from the mortar radiuses right there, they can all cover the dark elixir. I could potentially put it in the center, which is pretty unarguably the single most protected spot in the base, but there's sort of the downside of putting the center to that if someone comes in from any side, they could potentially get it, versus generally people attack from either two sides. One's down here. I'm not sure really why. I think it's because they see a bunch of exposed defenses plus some resources, and they go for that. But the most common place to attack me from is up here. Especially now that I move my gold storages out here, people are like, oh look, free gold! Not realizing that almost 100% of the gold is going to be in the mines rather than the storages. Now to demonstrate that point I mentioned earlier about all the gold being in the mines and storages, as well as it's pointless to keep these protected. Look how much resources are in this gold storage, 282 resources. So yeah, right there. Someone can steal 25% of that, so they can steal a grand total of about 80 resources. Yeah, so you know what? You guys can have them. Feel free to attack my base. Please take out my town hall. Please give me a big old shield. I would really much appreciate that. And while you're at it, just take that 80 gold from each of those storages, and please do try to leave the gold in these gold mines, which people actually surprisingly do. Let's see if there's a donation request. Oh, look, let's see if we can donate badgers to Realmont here. I love my clan. A lot of us have funny requests like that. There we go. All right. Yeah, so that's that. Now, to wrap it up, I did want to talk about the Samurai Siege video. I did, I think it was 2 days ago by the time I get this video out. For me, it was just yesterday. It takes me about a day to render a video and get it out. So yes, the Samurai Siege video. I got a lot of comments on that, got a lot of hate. I expected the hate. That's alright. I'm fine with that. Hate is gonna happen whenever I do anything different. Hate even exists when I just exist like normal. If I just continue uploading, someone's gonna say, I want more of this series, and then yet someone else is gonna disagree and say, no, I want more of that series. Like, I'm always gonna get sort of negative feedback or people wanting things I can't fulfill everyone's dreams and desires, unfortunately. Wish I could, but it's just not possible. So what I do with my channel, as I've always said, this is nothing new, is I'm going to do 1, what I want to do, and 2, what you guys want to do. And because you guys can't agree, I'm going to do what the majority of you guys want to do. So if the majority of you guys want me to keep doing Clash, and I'm still having fun doing Clash, of course I'm going to keep doing Clash. That's my plan. Now, Samurai Siege, I've been playing that. Haven't been playing it as long. Most of you guys have not played it as well. I'm trying it out. You guys are trying it out. Well, I hope you guys are trying it out. But I've been liking it so far. And maybe I'll do a couple videos for that. I'm going to see how they go. If you guys don't like them, that's fine. You don't have to watch them. If you guys do like them, please tell me that. If enough of you guys like them, I will do occasional video now and then. I'm not stopping doing Clash, though. Clash is still my core content. I still call myself Clash of Clans with Flammy. Of course, some of you guys pointed out that calling myself Clash of Clans with Flammy means I can only ever do Clash of Clans. Except for the fact that Clash of Clans with Flammy, I can change at any time, which I find interesting. My actual channel name is Flammy5, which you can find if you hover over any links to my channel. Yeah, it's actually Flammy5, and I renamed myself Clash of Clans with Flammy because that's what I've been doing up until this point. So, to all you guys who are like commenting on my video before and hating it, saying like, oh, this game sucks, oh this, oh that. Well, 1, I think you should try the game because it's free. It's pretty cool. If you like Clash, I think you'd like it. I'm not saying you guys should stop playing Clash and play it. I think you should play both, or at least try it and see what you think, rather than just make your judgment off of, I already play Clash, therefore this game must be terrible, or Clash came out first, therefore this game must be terrible, which I think both of which are pretty invalid opinions. If you want to make a legitimate argument about any sort of game, you easily can. You can say a copy of the game. That's fine. Like, you can say it's very repetitive of what Clash does. That's fine. It's also legitimate. But at the same time, they're going in different directions. They obviously already have Clan Wars, and know they have some other features in the pipeline in Samurai Siege, which are different from Clash. I don't think Clash are going to start copying it. I don't think it's going to copy Clash any more than their core gameplay is similar. Another final point I did want to bring up is, for those of you guys who don't know, Clash did not come up with this entire gameplay sort of elements, like this base, build a base, attack another base sort of gameplay. Not Clash's idea whatsoever. It really developed from a game called Backyard Monsters from a few years back on Facebook. It's still around, I think, if you want to look it up. At least you can look up videos on YouTube of it pretty easily. But Backyard Monsters pretty much came up with this whole thing. Clash converted it to iOS and mobile. Congrats to them for doing it. They did a freaking great job. I love this game. But it's not like Clash owns this game. It's not like people don't take ideas from other people. If someone can do exactly the same idea but change it in some way, add something to it, make it different, make it their own, like, there's a reason why copyright doesn't cover that. You can't copyright ideas, you copyright the processes for doing them. So yes, I don't really want to rant on about this for another 5 minutes, but that's sort of the point there. I did make a post a couple days ago on Facebook and Google Plus, actually, if you want to check out that. And if you want to go look at sort of my longer thoughts on that, I would love to hear what you guys think. I am reading all the comments on those posts. I am reading all my tweets. I'm responding to as many people as I can. So if you guys have opinions, I would love to hear them. But in the end of the day, I would hope you guys are following me because you love the sort of content I do, the way I do it, and not just because it's on a single game or not. Yeah, that's really all I gotta say about the topic. that's going to wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talked about a lot of topics this video. And yes, that's going to be it. Have a great day, guys, and clash on.